When the game gets tough, the tough ones start to play at Armor Attack. Hi everyone and welcome back to Armor Attack Italy. This is Angelo, and tonight's video, this is the 29th of July, is going to be part 1 about the new economy. Why do I say part 1? Actually, I wanted to do the whole thing in this video, but then this one came out, 1.6.1, and guess what? Everything about this upgrade is going to be about the resources. So I'm going to do part 2 once this part is out, and I'll be testing it for, let's say, a week, 10 days. But just for you to know, there's going to be quite some changes in the operation, because the speed up cost will now decrease over time, which is very nice news, and the rewards will even include upgrade tokens. As you see, it doesn't say what the percentage of this will be. I don't expect it to be very high, but it's something. And then there's going to be higher chances for the bonus rewards. What does that mean? You know, when you start an operation, you have to select the characters that they have 24, 16, 8%, which gets added, and you try to get as close as possible to the 100, so that you're sure you're going to win the bonus reward. Now, since it says that there are going to be higher chances, it's left to be seen what that means. Then there's going to be a brand new spot, okay, where we can get tokens, silver, gold. Is going to be bond to watching ads, okay. But as you see, it doesn't say how many of these you're gonna get a day. It doesn't say that if when you watch one of these is going to replace with a new one. It's very generic, okay. And then sort of like a bad news, that operation will open at rank 14 instead of 8, but at those levels the upgrading should be rather fast, so this one shouldn't be that bad at the end. But this is the reason why I'm not doing the part of the economy related to the cost and how we get the resources and all that, because this one is coming in, and I didn't want to make a video that is going to be obsolete in 1 week, okay. So tonight I'm going to talk about other things that are well important to the economy, because it's going to, every choice you're going to make is going to impact the way that you're going to use your resources. But I'm not going to talk about cost and how to get resources, okay. Now, as for the situation that we have now, let me ask you one thing. I would like, since as you see I'm already at level 75, when 1.6.0 came out, we've been told that the progress, the leveling up of the account, it was going to be faster than before. Of course, this is something that I cannot test because I'm already at level 75. So if any of you who are watching this video are I don't know, a level 30, 40, 50, whatever, and is experimenting if it's actually slower or same time or faster, please do me a favor. Drop a comment and tell what your experience is, okay? So that we can check if it's actually faster or not. Okay. Now, now we have things that we have to be very careful about, okay? Because, and I'm going to show you, let me see what I can do. Now you will have to bear, here I have only 5, okay. Now, when it comes to, let me do this quickly. I'm just gonna drop, okay, this one. Then we're going to get this one and get another bastion. Bastion, I want a bastion. And then here we gonna put a, come on, this one, and now here we are going to put this one. Okay. Now, with this new kind of omni hangers, multi hangers, presets, call them as you want, I don't care. One thing that you have to be very aware of is this: the hanger bonuses. Okay? First of all, if you use only one character and let's say 5 of another faction, the one character is not going to give any bonus. You need at least 2. But for example, you could have 5 characters of the Bastion because you like to have very tankish character, but you say, you know what, I'm gonna put a creeper in it because if I want to run for a few beacons, creeper is just the right characters that I need. So you give up some bonus for using a specific character. Okay? Now, the option that you have is 2 of each character. It can be any combination. I'm giving you the more logical one, okay? In that case, when you have 2, 2, and 2, this is the kind of bonuses that you're going to get. If, for example, let's say that you say, you know what, I want the HP of Bastion, but I want the speed of Hermit. So you take, of Imperial. So you take 1 Hermit and we put an Imperial. And then we take the other Hermit and we put Bastion. There we go. Alright, and then we have the 10% of the HP and the 8% of speed. But I could think, you know what? I want the XP of the Bastion, but I want the damage of the Hermit. So I'm going to put 3 Hermits, and here I'm going to have 10% HP, 10% damage. Okay? Or you say all in, one faction, okay? And here I have all hermits, and I get the 20% more damage, okay? If it was Bastion, it would have been 20% more HP. If it was Imperial, it would have been 16% more speed, okay? And this is one thing. But you see, I have this creeper 22 with these weapons, these modules. I go in this hangar and I put it over here. I go on this hangar and I put it over here. Okay, so I'm going to have the creeper in preset 1, in preset 2, and in preset 3. Okay, the same robot with the same weapons, the same modules. So I'm gonna cover one slot in 3 presets just with one character. And this is why I'm doing this video, because with this thing of the preset where you can mix characters any way you want, of course I cannot place this creeper twice in the same preset, but I can place it in all 3 of them. Okay, so depending on what robots you like, even from different factions, and the way you mix them, and the way the kind of combination of bonuses that you get from that mixing will even mean that to have the 3 presets, not for sure you need 18 characters. You may need even 9. Okay? It depends how many times you use that same characters in different presets. Then, of course, you have to apply all these kind of choices, and whatever decision you're going to make, it has to be done based absolutely on your play style. Don't you ever forget that. Your play style rules in the choice of the robots, it rules on the weapons, it rules for the modules, and it rules for the setup of the presets. Okay, for example, and I give you an example, I use Hermit a lot. I like the faction, I like the way that they are, the pros and cons, the active ability, the weapons and everything. I play well with this faction. So I decided that one of my preset was going to be entirely Hermit, and that even gives me the opportunity to have the 20% extra damage. On top of that, pay attention now, because when I said that the choose of the combos of the build that you do, the preset and the modules are really connected right now, and it can make a huge difference in the final result that you're gonna get in battle. I'll give you an example. This creeper is a 22 level, okay? But this is one thing that I would like to suggest you. When you do your upgrade, go for circles. Okay, don't. I think that if you go like this, you first do all the greens, then all the blue, your robot is going to be weak for a long time. If you proceed by circles, you're gonna get better performance sooner. Okay, now I couldn't do this because you see I'm missing the gold, the silver, but it's this. Okay, this little thing, and this is for any character. This upgrade here gives you the 5% extra damage. I couldn't do it yet. I'm about to do it though. Now, this creeper has the 20%, this 20%, plus another 12. That's the 32. As soon as I'm going to be able to do this upgrade, is going to have the 37. As soon as I will be able to change these two in tier 4, is going to be a 41. So this little killer flea is going to have the 41% extra damage, and is not going to be nice to go against him for anyone, not even a, I don't know, not even a hoplite. You know, it's gonna be a nasty thing. And this is just a very extreme example, but you understand that how you combine your hangers, your preset, and the kind of bonuses that you get from that is going to make even, is going to be even important for what kind of bonus, what kind of modules you're going to place on that character, depending if you use it only in one preset, and then you can go very specific, or like the creeper that I showed you, I placed in all of them, then the choice will have to be a little bit different. Because, for example, on this one, of course, having this setup is quite okay. But in this one, it's quite okay because I have a tier 4 armor, so I'm going to have 8 and 6, 14 extra XP is not too bad. Alright. On this one, it's still okay. I'm going to have the extra damage from the 2 modules, and here I'm going to have 22% HP. Okay, but I could choose to use 2 armor in 1 impulse. You know, now it because, for example, if we're talking about a paladin, of course things are going to be different. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, for example, this one that has the autocannon, I decided to give the priority to the cooldown. Why? Because these damn thing have a long reload speed, so I need the active ability to be available as much as possible. So you see, it's all these things put together. You know, one is connected to the other one. So you will have to pay really attention to what you want to do with your hanger. All right, and it is going to be slightly tricky. okay? But take one thing well in your mind: play style. All the time, play style rules, okay? And since things are so connected nowadays, when you're going to unlock stuff, okay, don't be so eager to spend your resources to buy new weapons and start upgrading them and all that. Do yourself a favor. And that means go to YouTube, put, I don't know, Armor Attack Icarus, and see whatever videos you find about Icarus. You will see different builds, at different levels with different modules and this and that. Watch them and try to see which one you think goes better with your playstyle. Then try that combo. Or go on Discord, ask to other player. If you're in a clan, ask your clan mates and say, hey, I would like to get the Icarus, and I was thinking about putting it, with the autocannon and the light autocannon. What do you think? What do you guys think? And they will tell you, forget about it. Much better if you put the Prisma and whatever. Okay? So get information before you start spending your resources, because as we are going to see in part 2, things now are more expensive, way more expensive, and it's left to be seen if we are getting more resources than before or not. Because if, I'll give you an example, if to do this upgrade takes, not this one, let's say this one, well, 100, but 75, 100, 75, 35, okay? Already here we have what? 175, 250, 285,000 silver. Okay, just for these 4 upgrades, without even thinking about the tokens. So, that amount before was, with those 200 and whatever, I could have maxed out a character and get the next one up to level 7. Okay, that's about the proportion. This wouldn't make much difference if I could collect, I don't know, 150,000 silver a week. But is it so or not? And that's why I'm waiting for 1.6.1 and see what happens, and then I will let you know. As far as the resources that we can collect now, either as free to play or Prime Plus, because I do subscribe Prime Plus. I've been doing this for the last 11 months. As for today, not really. Things are going to be slow. No matter the operation, the crates, and everything. With that increase of cost, and I'm going to explain you all that on part 2, as for today, it doesn't look that good, at least not to me. And said that, for this part, and remember what I told you, now building up a preset, choosing the robots, the weapons, the modules, counting on, analyzing about the bonuses that you are going to get, all this is going to be connected to get you to a final result. And just use wisely your resources. At this point, watching specific videos about characters, setups, weapons, builds, and there are quite a few of the YouTuber for Armor Attack that do this. I do it, of course, so subscribe to the channel so you won't have the problem anymore. I know my problem is that my videos are, what is now, 26 minutes. My videos are never short, don't expect from me videos of 10-15 minutes, because when you have to explain something, I think that I have to give full information, and full information cannot be explained in 5 minutes. So it could be me, it could be Priest, it could be Ash, it could be Slayer, it could be who else, Jean, and there are others. Just I'm not so good at remembering names and nicknames, so I just named a few, but I know there are others because I've been watching their videos. It's just that right now I don't remember the names, but there's a bunch of them. They're doing specific videos about characters, weapons, builds. So go there, do your search, watch all the videos, because for example, if you watch one of my videos, my playstyle is far from being a brawler, so I tend to choose certain combos. Alright, if you watch some other YouTuber video, maybe he's just a total brawler and he's going on the same character, use a different build, a different combo. Just watch them and see which one convinces you more, and then go for that. Use Discord to ask questions. If you are in a clan, even better, and ask your clanmates. Okay, but use your resources wisely, because as for now, collecting resources is not that easy, and on the other side, the cost has increased quite a bit. Okay, so I hope that for now what I told you was interesting and gave you some idea of what you have to go through. If you thought that was a good video, hey, subscribe to the channel. It doesn't take much effort. It's like clicking and subscribe, and the notification bell, of course. If you really liked the video, even a like is more than welcome. And for now, as I say all the time, this is it, and ciao.